Welcome to this video series on business analytics and related concepts. So today we are going to discuss on the tools which are useful for business analytics. So one of the most widely used tool that you all must have used in your life is Microsoft Excel. Now, why Microsoft Excel is good for the beginners who are learning business analytics is because number one, it comes pretty easily available on all the laptops, and wherever you will be working, most of the time you will have MS Office, along with that you will have MS Excel. So therefore, there is no any extra training which is required from the corporate side to put you onto the MS Excel, and you can be very comfortable while doing the basic analysis on MS Excel. But the problem is you can only handle the structured data onto the MS Excel, and you can't deploy very deep learning methods on Excel. So if your goal is a basic statistical analysis, then maybe Microsoft Excel is better, and therefore for beginners I do recommend Microsoft Excel to start with as a tool on business analytics. But just like life, you want to mature and graduate further, right? So that's where the next set of tools comes, which are on the lines of SAS and SPSS. But if it was 2010, then I would have recommended SPSS and SAS because they are very good tools in terms of data analysis, and they are very easy to learn and apply. But the problem is these are proprietary tools. That means it will come with a cost. If you want to use these tools in your project, your organization will need to shed some money to procure the licenses, and then only you will be able to work with those tools. So if it was 2010, then it would have been fine. But as we are into 2023 and onwards, you would observe that there are other set of tools which are open source platform which have come, which are widely used across business analytics industry, and those tools are R and Python. So why R and Python trumps over SPSS and SAS is essentially because of their capability to handle both structured as well as unstructured data, and along with that these are open source platforms. That means you can legally download these platforms for free on your laptop, on your company's laptop, and do some data analysis and produce the results without any kind of litigation or other issues which may come due to the proprietary issues. So these are open source, and therefore they are readily available across the globe. So R and Python therefore are the I will say most important tools when it comes to the business analytics. And when it comes to between R and Python also, you will see that some people will say Python is better, some people will say R is better, but it's more like comparing between the Mercedes and BMW. At the end both will be useful and both brands will be loved by the people. Exactly like that, R and Python both are useful. R is more towards the statistical analysis, business analysis, but it has got a steep learning curve. That means you will need to spend good amount of time in the beginning to learn the R. But when it comes to Python, the learning curve is very easy, and that's the reason you will find majority of the people will be initiating their learning curve towards the Python, as it is easier to get trained on the Python. Along with that, Python is majorly used from engineering perspective to perform the app development and all this kind of stuff, but pretty much data analysis also can happen, deep learning can also happen on Python. So therefore historically there was a certain amount of difference between R and Python, but today more or less you can do app development, data analysis, structured data, unstructured data analysis on both R and Python. So it is essentially about your learning curve, and accordingly you can take decision whether you want to go for R or Python. When it comes to data visualization, which is related with the development of the infographics, that's where the tools like Tableau and Power BI come into the picture. So Tableau and Power BI both are proprietary softwares, and therefore they will cost you a bit for having the licenses of those software. But when it comes to the creation of infographics, they are wonderful platforms. The kind of infographics that you will be able to create with a drag and drop are really amazing, and you do not require any kind of coding exposure to perform the data visualization using Tableau and Power BI. And someone with as easy as 12th grade can be trained within a couple of months on Tableau and Power BI, while R and Python require a bit of coding skills. So these were the tools which are widely used in the business analytics industry, and if you just to summarize whatever we have discussed, MS Excel is good for the beginners, but the trends have progressed towards R and Python, Tableau and Power BI. R and Python as a one-stop solution for data visualization, business analysis, statistical analysis, while the Tableau and Power BI are majorly used for data visualization. Thank you so much for watching this video and learning insights on tools used in business analytics. We look forward to have you with us for various programs that we offer by the Department of Business Analytics at PIBM Pune.